Shalom. First thing first, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, those who rule well who I learned this truth from. Salutation to the brothers stiffly pushing this one truth in all sincerity and diligence, risking both your lives and freedoms to do so. All right, shalom to the rest of the elect as we all await the second exodus coming quickly by the hands of Lord Yahweh Shah. All right. This is your brother Rakaga Bar, and I'll be doing this lesson. All right. Ultimately going into the mark of the beast, which pretty much at this point is becoming, common knowledge. All right. Most people, aside from a lot of these sold out, Israelite camps, know what the mark of the beast is, man. Okay. They know this technology dealing with Neuralink, and like companies, all right, are creating, all right, ultimately the mark of the beast. Okay. This transhumanist, all right, agenda that they're pushing forth, all right, is to put, this technology inside of people, man. All right. And I want to just touch on this article briefly, entitled Salakia, Silicon Valley is prepping us for the coming mark of the beast. All right. And we're gonna read through it. All right. It say, according to a report from Politico magazine, Silicon Valley leaders are openly forecasting a future in which computer chips implanted in human brains become commonplace. See, it say they openly forecasting the future because at this point, Esau is getting to the point to where he's no longer needs to hide it, man. Okay, when you read Revelation 12 and 12, it tells you the devil's coming down with great wrath because he knoweth he hath but a short time. See, they've been showing you people time and time again in these different movies, in these different shows, that they will put this technology in people. So it's to the point now to where they just gonna start doing this shit. And on top of that, they got this engineered, collapse of these economies to where they're gonna have every means to put, this chip inside of you people, man. Okay, they already got AI out. All right, they got these massive data centers that they continuing to put up. Okay, the infrastructure is here for it. Now they just got to have ultimately a crisis to do the shit. All right, that's why they openly forecasting it, man, because they ain't got to hide it from you people no more. And they know you still gonna take it because they gonna make conditions on the earth unbearable to where you ain't gonna have no choice. See, report from Politico magazine. Matter of fact, let me click on that. All right, I'm not gonna dive into it. I just wanna. Okay, so yeah, it won't let me click on it. Anyways, nonetheless, it's a forecasting a future in which computer chips implanted in human brains become commonplace, framing it as an inevitable step for humanity's survival in an age of advanced artificial intelligence. Yeah, an inevitable step, meaning you ultimately wouldn't be able to move around, all right, in this new AI ran society without it. Okay, you see, that's ultimately what Esau, want his enterprise to look like, man. And this is why everything is moving towards that direction. Okay, even the fact that by law, all newly manufactured cars starting in 2027 ultimately will have a kill switch in them. All right, now they'll have cameras and whatnot to monitor your driving to see if they deem you fit to even be able to operate the vehicle, man. So, I mean, it's clearly evident why they no longer are looking to hide this because this is the end of this dude's age, man. All right, and we know preceding the prophecy, this is his final. This is his final move, man. Okay. But anyways, it says speaking at TED 2026 in Vancouver last month, Dr. Scott Phoenix, a venture capitalist and former founder of the AI company Vicarious, told the audience that resistance to neural integration would eventually fade. Someone you work with will get it first, and you'll hold out for a while the way you did with the smartphone. So they know the way society is being set up. All right, they've been grooming people towards the direction for that chip. All right, like I say, look no further than your smartphone in your hand, your iPhone. All right, the same way, everybody used to, it's all cash was king. Then you use the credit cards. Now most people pay with their iPhones, man. The whole tap to pay feature and shit, or even to scan your palm in certain Amazon places and Whole Foods. So that's why he said someone you work with will get it first, and you'll hold out for a while the way you did with the smartphone. But eventually, integration would eventually, or say he told the audience resistance to integration would eventually fade. See, so they know that they got conditions set up to where people are going to opt into the system, man. And those that consent, all right, is it saying Second Ezra 6:16, are going to be had in derision. A lot of people going to take this, man, to try to keep a semblance of their livelihoods, man. Whatever this devil promises people, a lot of people are going to take it, especially in these times, man. I mean, you got the price of motor oil, that information just went out. It's going to continue to go up. So, things are not expected to get any easier anytime soon. And, this is where, universal basic income and shit is going to come in and try to cushion the blow. All right. And this is, what this man is going to offer you. And say, but, yeah, and you'll hold out for a while the way you did with the smartphone, but eventually you won't. Phoenix said the advantages of integration will be hard to compete with. He added bluntly, we're on the cusp of the next major transition, the merger of humans and AI. And I always reference it, but yeah, that's that whole cyberpunk shit, man. Because they show the humans who ultimately merge with the technology have super abilities and capabilities that the ones who do not don't have. I mean, this dude is trying to play God here, man. All right, he trying to make transhumans to where you'll being integrated with the shit. You'll be connected to the these smart homes and these smart devices and all this shit, and all these things. But at the end of the day, it will come at the cost of your salvation as an Israelite, man, and it will come at the cost of your life ultimately. Okay, there's a prophecy dealing with those who take the mark. All right, so yeah, man, this devil's gonna try to sell it as best as he can. Okay, but we in the truth, we in the faith, man. We know what this shit is, man. It say this transhumanist outlook echoes sentiments long circulating in tech circles. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has described a merge as a potential best-case scenario against superintelligent AI, while investor Peter Thiel champions transhumanism. It say, yet the implantable brain-computer interface technology remains in early stages. It's like, yeah, right, man. They say that, but in reality, all the technology they release is really decades old, okay? And there's places around the world that people already got the chip in them, man. All right, this shit ain't, it's not like it's something they got to create, and they already got it. They already got this shit, man. All right, but it say with current applications largely medical, Neuralink's first human patient, Nolan Arbol, who was paralyzed, can now control a computer with his thoughts, and the company continues human trials. See? So yeah, they looking to go mainstream with it. Let me grab this. This is Revelation 13 and 16. It's saying he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And when you go into the word mark, it goes back to the Greek charagma. All right, charagma, which is a scratch or etching, a stamp. All right. Let's see here. It goes back to the word karax. All right. It says a pale or stake, a palisade. All right, which is ultimately going to be the means by where they insert this into you, man. Whether it be the chip in your your hand, which is, likened unto like a syringe, like the needles when they, you get tattoos and shit. Okay, that could be likened unto a palisade. When you zoom into it, it essentially looks like the same thing. A stake that you put into the ground, All right, yeah, it's designed to ultimately go underneath your skin. That's how those needles are. And then they have the technology whereby they can put the chips inside your head. That's that mark. Okay, it's a okay, that Korox is a pale or steak. See? All right. Yeah, say it's stamp or imprinted mark, which ultimately we know that that mark, all right, is going to be this chip, all right, this transhumanist chip they want to put inside of you, man, right, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, which it don't necessarily got to be your right hand, okay, but ultimately, they this is what they want to put in you. It could be your left hand, man, all right. It say verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay. All right, which shows you this is going to be directly tied to your ability to purchase goods, man, to the economy. And so it's no coincidence with the US being trillions of dollars in debt and everybody looking towards cryptocurrencies, stable coins, digital currencies at this time. It's no coincidence. Why did Peasant Charles just go out and say that they're going to be pushing out digital IDs, man? Why did he go out and say that? Because everything is geared towards that, man. Digital wallets. All right, this is about to be the new system. Okay, and make no mistake, the end goal is to have that new system. All right, is going to be this chip is going to be your end all be all to that system, man, if you will. Right. That's pretty much the point. Yeah, that's pretty much the point, man. So again, these devils finna go mainstream with it because they got short time left. All right. But anyways, I'm gonna close with that and give all praises to Yahweh Bashmi Al Shah.